Welcome to Awesome Code. Please subscribe to my channel and like my video. In this video, we will learn about malloc function in C. The malloc function allocates n bytes of memory from a system and returns a pointer to the newly allocated memory. So the function has this signature. This will be wide pointer uh, and malloc and some size in bytes, size in bytes. So this is the functional signature, and we need to include the standard lib.h header when using this function. We will see a simple example how to use it. So this would be our include std lib.h, and in our main function we are going to have a int pointer, and this should be ptr, and we are going to call malloc function, and with the malloc function we are going to pass in size of hint, and we get the pointer back. And so our malloc function allocates memory for a single integer. The pointer ptr now points at the beginning of the allocated memory block, and we use the size of and passing an int expression to determine how many bytes we need for a single integer. Uh, so we have allocated space for a single integer. If we assume the size of the int is 4 bytes on our machine, then we have allocated 4 bytes of memory. And now we are going to dereference a pointer and assign a value to a pointed to integer object. So let's set its value. So this will be ptr, 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 and set to some values such as 350. Uh, and we are going to print the value. Printf the value is the value is then and new line, and the value is int, so we are going to use where. Now we can run our code and check the output, and here's the value that we assign, the 350. If the allocation fails, the memory allocation, the function returns null. So it is a good way to check for the malloc's return result using an if statement. So we're going to do that. So we need to check if pointer, that means we're checking for a null value. So if it's not null, then the code inside if condition will be executed, and when we run we get the same result. If we want to check if the result of memory allocation is null, we can also write here comparing with the null value. So here we are checking for if it's null, and we just remove this one and go over here, and inside if that is null we're just going to print error and exit or return -1. So that will be printf, and this will be error allocating memory. And we're just gonna return. So the code will not be executed after this. If we get the pointer as a null, else this code will be executed. The expression size of can also be written as a size of, and we just need to pass in PTR the pointer so that we don't repeat the type name. Once we allocate the memory, we must manually release it or free it. When we are done using it, we can do so by using a free function to which we pass the pointer returned by malloc. And let's see. Oh, let's remove this code. And now after we are done using it, we are going to call free and pass in our variable PTR pointer to release the memory. It is also a good practice after we free the memory, we set the pointer to null. So we are going to do that too. So now we are going to use the size of instead of type name, we are going to use the size of the dereference pointer, size of uh, pointer. So let's see, go over here. Instead of int, we're just gonna do size pointer, which is the same thing. Let's run our code and check that out. Here we get the same answer. Now to allocate memory for a car, we are going to have another variable uh, of for car pointer, and we are going to use malloc for that. This will be car pointer cptr, and we are going to use malloc size of, and we're gonna pass in a car. Now we have a car pointer. We are just going to print that one after setting its value to some character. So that will be C pointer set to uppercase H. Just gonna use that, and we are going to print the value. This will be C pointer, and here for character output we do person sign C. Let's run our code and we get the value printed. We can also dynamically allocate a memory space for a structure. So let's see. Here we are going to add a structure type def struct, and our members for this structure are A and I, and we are going to name my struct, and inside our main function we are going to allocate memory for it, and using malloc uh, str the structure pointer, and this would be malloc, and we are going to, for size of, we are going to pass in my struct. So we pass in the type, so my struct, and we allocate the memory. If it's done, then we are going to use structure pointer to access its member value, set the value of its members, A to some B, and the value as PTR. We are using arrow operator. Here we are going to set the value of I to some int value 321, and we can print out the structure member values also. And so I'm just gonna copy these two and modify it. So let's do that here. Then we get the first, we are going to print the character. That will be SPTR and arrow, and then the member name, and the value here we are just going to value of A is value of of I is, so we know we are printing structures members value. Let's do that's integer, so we're gonna print the int. So here it is sptr, and the I, and when we run our code we get this output. So to keep on learning, please subscribe to my channel Awesome Code, like my video, keep supporting me, and thank you for watching.